Great light. Great light, my love. Thanks for coming back. I'm just about to share um, another guy's video. Give me one moment. All right. I'm about to hit play.
Today is 11/14/2020. That's November the 14th, 2020. It's exactly 7 o'clock in the morning, and my name is Roy. I want to briefly explain to you a few issues which have set themselves, and this is not the official video that will be delivering unto you. There's a lot of issues to cover, and this is completely unscripted, and I have reasons for doing that. I want to briefly touch the issues about Antarctica and the lies and the illusion that you're led to believe. I will not give you the details of how I know what I know, but what I know is of great value to the entire universe. And I am addressing this because we are making forward advance with opposition, but we are using our offensive techniques to be aggressive in this situation. And I'm not trying to make anything up to you, for you professionals out there that want to know if I'm credible or not. I could, I could care less about that. This is about saving real lives. And I'm not just talking about humanity, I'm talking about all life. We're going to talk about that for a moment. And I want to express to the Matrix my deep care and emotion about the situation. And this is my first run around and try. I am not alone right now. There are people here, and there may be interruptions. I should have woke up a little earlier, and I wasn't planning on making a recording right now. I was going to work out and get my day started. I just had conferred with a good friend of mine through Twitter, and I'm led this morning to offer the Mandela effect community some sort of resolution and observation, not only them, but all of the world. And my address is to the governments also. It is time to stop this bull, this baloney, this mess. You think you know how this world is designed and how it works. And some people do know, but the majority of the people and other creatures are misled. And just the bottom line. It's kind of amazing how uh, my neighbor's dog is never barked that I remember this early in the morning and he's outside and now this is going on. But that's okay. Um, Things like that are trivial for me. The way you can get out of the earth, if you want to go by boat, the best or quickest way that I know of is past the Falkland Islands. You will be starting from Cape Horn, and by boat, it will take you roughly 12 hours to get to Antarctica. Now, this trip could be as quick as, as long as 2 days of travel. And so you would need enough fuel. And they are making this sound so dramatic and difficult, although it will be difficult because when you're looking at the earth in its truest form, the waves are going to be drastic and dynamic in those areas because of how the earth sets inside the water. Just like in a bowl, the currents are going to be much more rapid and the waves are going to be higher and the weather is going to be more dynamic. And also, the misnomer, the sun should be way closer to you during the sunrise and sunset. Now, when I shouldn't say when there was attempts, and I can't say that all of them have been unsuccessful, to leave the earth, immediately we came down with the lockdown, and this is the truth. You can think of what you want. In 2019, I was with someone and we were making an exit, or I was making an observation through Hawaii. And for some reason, Hawaii is not on here. That is interesting. But the attempt was to go west of the furthest island in Hawaii. And the complete continent or place of Hawaii shifted, moved. And that's very, very particular. And I will not give you the details of how and why. But the time that we did go, it was as soon as we made plans. They had drastic volcanoes, and we were not supposed to go to Hawaii. There was supposed to be several casualties. When we got there, absolutely no volcanoes, no disruptions. We flew to every island there, traveled to the highest points in Hawaii. I won't give you all the details of what, why, and how this was done. Another way you can get out is through Greenland, Denmark. You're going to go north. Again, to get to Antarctica, it's going to take you roughly 2 days by boat. But also, you should, if possible, get yourself, no matter how much it's going to cost you, a submarine, a military submarine, or someone who can contract with you. It's one of these agencies, enough money, you can do this. You can also do this with someone with a smaller contract, a smaller boat, which can hold a great amount of fuel, someone who knows how to navigate. Again, depending on the time of the year, and most likely, I can't say for sure, but right now would be a great time to go and travel these areas. Seems to be in the summer. Uh, they're just deterring people. I don't want to give you negative energy here. Just want to give you the data. The other way you can get out of the earth is through uh, the furthest island north of Russia. And all of these points, there is military presence. The only way to get out is not through just one direction, just as long as you're going in a straight line. Greenland, Hawaii, Alaska. You can go out through Alaska going west, Greenland. You can go north, Russia, the last island, France, Jose, land, whatever, October Revolution, all those islands. The furthest point, you go north. And by boat, you're going to be roughly 12 hours to 48 hours. But this trip, all of these trips can take as long as 4 days because of the waves being so high. And the reason why they are high is because the edge and the surface area of Antarctica on all four sides of the world, if you want to call it the four corners of the world, is a material. It is a force field, a glass type of material, crystal. And what people don't understand is that the earth is made out of crystal, bottom line, end of story. Okay? Another way you can get to Antarctica, which is going to take a little longer, it may take you as much as 6 days by boat or submarine. It has to be a large submarine also. The reason why you want to use a submarine is because of the waves. You want to dive as deep as the submarine can go and a comfortable, you know, how many knots you have to go down at a comfortable speed. You're going to reach Antarctica from Australia or the South Islands, New Zealand, roughly, I believe, 6 days. This is an estimation. Most of them are estimations, but I have my reasons for telling you this. The best way, well, the other way you can go is from the furthest point of Africa, South Africa, Lesotho, however you call it. This is going to take you most likely a week to get to Antarctica. The best way to get to Antarctica is through Cape Horn. It's the closest distance that I know of, besides going vertical, which has been almost next to impossible for the majority of people, with the exception of at least one person or two that I know of personally. And this had to deal with technology and being able to teleport, but that is really way over your head. And I don't want to get into that. And you can test my voice and see if I'm making this up or whatever. Doesn't matter. We want to talk about Argentina. And so down Cape Horn, you're going to go south, and it's going to take you roughly 12 hours to 24 hours to get to Antarctica. You need to get around those icebergs, man-made icebergs, by the way. They're having a hard time keeping those icebergs there, and I'll tell you why. Because the Earth is much closer to the sky. Bottom line, the Earth has moved up completely. Your skies are lower, and they're not able to retain clouds high above your head anymore. The sky is closer. And I will not get into the details of that. That's just the bottom line. You're going to go from Cape Horn and you're going to get there to the Antarctica by ship or large submarine in roughly 12 hours, depending on how fast the submarine is and how treacherous the winds and the waves are. As you are going to these areas, you better not, well, I shouldn't say you better not, you should have the right mindset. It's very, very important. Now, by record, we have Admiral Byrd, and there's so many illusions and lies according to that. But I'm telling you right now, a lot of stuff is muffled and made up. But the part about him seeing a crystal city is absolutely 100% realistic and credible. Now, I don't know if he saw a mammoth, but I will help you understand that the earth matrix will respond to your psyche and it will manifest in biological form and physical form, whatever is in the back or deepest part of your mind. And the closer you are to the dome, the more good things will manifest, depending on the attitude of your mind. This is why in the last video, I had mentioned that people should have the right attitude. That is a prerequisite of getting out of Earth. Everybody in the entire world, under the sound of my voice, that's listening to me right now, with all your power, you get to the edges of the world, and I mean everybody. Don't take no for an answer anymore. There's more of us than them. As a matter of fact, a lot of them are us. We are upholding this thing called government, and it is a mental illusion. We have given up our powers to a system which is run by a machine, which is very respondent to my mind and to me and a lot of people like me who claim to run this earth. I'm not trying to run anybody, at least from this observation of life. But there are groups, small groups, of what they call the elite, and I'm talking above the Illuminati, that happens to have knowledge about outside of the earth, I being one of them. That's why I've been getting so many interactions since the beginning. If you really understand what I'm telling you, I'm not saying that the earth is completely flat. Those people are just rhetoric. They're repeating what other people say. The earth has high plateaus and low plains. It's thick. From the highest point of the earth, you can get to the dome in roughly 7.5 miles. Between 7.5 miles and 10 miles sets the projection system, which projects the moon and the sun and the moving stars upon the face of the dome. Above that is water, and you have to get through that water. You're not going to be going more than 3 miles after the 7.5 mile point. After 10 miles, you're going to be in the Crystal City. This is a rough estimation of 20 miles in general. No matter where you are, you're going to go 20 miles vertically. I don't know what they are teaching you and what you are seeing with your eyes. As you know, and I know, you can't always trust your eyes. Anyway, good luck with that. Those are the strongest points, especially the top. And as far as I know, right now, living today, I am the only person that has ever left the world vertically. And I want to tell you right now, there is no deep, dark space. There are no stars up there. It's blue sky. And the Crystal City is, in comparison, I want to say 100 times the size of the earth. The sky alone, in comparison to the crystal city, which is 100 times the size of the entire earth, and I'm really estimating, the sky is a billion times the distance, the length, and the width and the height of the entire existence. As a matter of fact, everything exists inside of this sky, this beautiful blue, crisp, clean sky, and the air is so clean and crisp. And your mind, all your memory that you ever had comes back, at least all the good thoughts, because there is technology there that will deter you from having bad memories. And you can't even have a deceptive thought there. Again, I'm telling you, take the information any way you want to take the information. And I'm talking to you, and you know who you are. You know I'm telling you the facts. All these lies and illusions. And I have been just sick to my mind and my intellect to listen to people just rehash and talk about Antarctica and how you can't get in it. There's ice, walls there. On the edges of the earth is going to be tropical land. It's going to be very warm and there's going to be plant life unlike you've ever seen in the world will be there. And that's just a fact. We could talk about this for a long time, but I know your patience and we could talk about time. There's other videos I have uh, had endeavored to display to you, but I've been working for you. Anyway, I wanted to say a lot of things there. This is fresh and on the fly. I hope you're listening to me. I really do. I really hope you are paying attention to myself and whoever is working with me. So the best route that I have seen, and the closest route that I have seen, is through past Cape Horn. You don't want to be just going around those icebergs. I mean, going to the icebergs. If you use conventional ways, they're going to ask for what 10,000 to roughly 10,000 to 20,000 when I estimate. Like I told you, when there was efforts to exit covertly, even just planning the situation, the lockdown came down, and that's just a fact. You can tell me it's so much you don't know anyway. I don't have time to go through that with you. Antarctica is not ice walls. There is ice to deter you. Yes, this is a systematic counteraction and deterrent for you by use of military, which is run by you and I. You and I, the humans of the earth, basically are the hands used to stop us. We are our own fault for not knowing the truth because of the forced spells that are put into the minds of people, which by that nature is forced to tell lies. The biggest problem with the human race is the fact that no one can even just be honest and tell the truth. We are full of lies and deception. And a lot of people are sincere, but they are sincerely wrong, as I have been on many occasions. There are no raw footage of anyone who travels straight from Cape Horn straight through to Antarctica. Always close angle shots and not the wide view shots. And there's enough technology there where you can get 6 or 7 days, more really, of raw video footage. What is the problem? Every time I see this, there's people that live in these areas. What is happening to them? Are they under hypnosis?
When no one
Now,
waits.
there was a time when I was having connections with
But
certain
it makes
ops, I'll say ops, operations, that some of these people were uh,
most people ain't
under
gonna
the
watch it
military guide to stop
24 hours
regular,
a
common,
day.
everyday people in their fishing boats and just regular tugboats and stuff like that who were leaving the earth, coming back younger. I been one of them. Maybe not in that area, but it was quite remarkable how you leave and come back younger. Yeah, go figure that one out. I don't want to get into all the schematics of why this happens. Admiral Byrd, why the hell did you come back? It doesn't make any damn sense. You was sent back, bro. It doesn't make any sense. Why would anybody? I'm the only. I should be only the only craziest person in this world that would come back to this piece of garbage, this trash, this bad matrix, this prison. Doesn't make any sense. And all these people that really, truly, he really sounds like one of the only true credible people. But a lot of stuff is scripted, man. I don't know what they did to him. They probably put him under hypnosis like I was placed under hypnosis. And let me give you a little information. Everybody in the world is under some form of hypnosis, even the people who run this planet. Bottom line. Anyway, we don't want to get into that too much. I'm just giving you the facts. You can take it how you want to take it. And really, my message is to one particular little person. We had an encounter before, and I want to say thank you. I applaud you. Great job. While you guys were fooling around and fidgeting around with these magnets, you woke me up, and I'm so glad. I've been asleep for a very, very long time, and you should see the difference. When you work with these machines, you should see the difference and how things just do not come up the way you want them to. And congratulations. Yeah, you woke up this demon thing, right? This thing we call Pan. I call him Pan, because that's who it is. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And now you can't stop these parallel worlds. People seeing it. And what happened to you, Mandela Effect community? What happened to you? Really, seriously. You guys went back to sleep. You don't if you continually do not see changes because the lives are going to always be changing, and you are under subjection of a very powerful spell. Seriously. Anyway, everybody in the sound of my voice, all creatures and all entities, whatever your form is, you can get out through the sides. Yes, you can. At least I'm led to believe that. But your mindset must be right. You have to face yourself. And that means admitting to all your faults and your illusions. And your heart pretty much has to be like a child, pure and innocent, before you get out at any point. Trying to force yourself your way out, you're going to come into waves are going to be really hard. Trying to go to the sky, you're going to be pushed down by magnetic force and also by some type of force field. It's crystal. The earth is surrounded by crystal, and it is a dome. In a lot of areas, when the sun or the moon is coming up, have you seen that big moon, a big yellow one in your area? How huge it is and how close it is. But when the earth rotates, or however way you want to look at it, when the moon moves towards you and over you, it gets smaller. You know why? Because you are inside of a dome and there's a reason why, and it's not that high up. So the story about the Tower of Babel is a true story. I mean, generally speaking, the sky is not that far up. It's not that heaven is not that far, guys. It really isn't. Roughly 30 miles from any part of the world, looking vertically up above your head is where heaven is. You're not going to get there, not the way you want to get there. There's a reason why we're imprisoned here. And I will not get into all of the biological reasons why we are in prison. Everything about the world and people are wrong. Consuming one another is one of the main reasons why you're in prison here. I being guilty as well as you, consuming each other and all forms of consuming, including our fruit and vegetables. How you like that? The only thing that people should be consuming, I know I'm going to get some flack for this, but I don't care, is water. Pure water will resolve our problem. Pure air and pure water, which both are true magic. All of the Matrix is borrowed technology from real magic. Scientists do not know, or can, there's no scientist in the world that can give you proof of what water or air is. Neither one of those things are seen under the microscope, bar none, bar none. I'm going to make a little check here to make sure I'm still recording. It's almost 30 minutes. My goodness. I better wrap this up and we'll come back another day and another time. But you listen to me.
Neither one of them is seen under a
You can do this. There are more good people than bad people in the world. Bottom line, there's more of us than them.
Sound like
A
solo.
lot of you are us. The government is your mentality and how you run the earth. That is the bottom line. The government is how you run the earth. Okay? It's just how it.
So my friend, my loved one said to me when I was talking to her, unless she the only one thinking, she said, so we having a conversation with ourselves. I think she was saying it um, street knowledge way, street, I don't know. But I'm like, you know what? I never heard it like that. But pretty much, you having a conversation with yourself, Wayne. I don't mind stepping right there. But that's pretty much what I feel was what's happening. Period. Because no matter, I say the same things over and over, and I'm surprised most people close to me that I talk to regularly, not running to it. That you're the only one thinking. But see, I'm the only one that's thinking that you think. So I can't say why you're not running to it. Maybe you was designed not to. Um, to realize that no matter what, just like what I'm saying to you right now, you telling yourself what it means. Period. I think. I think you are. I'm telling myself that I'm telling you that you're the only one that know what it means from your life on earth or your education or your transmitting. It ain't even in English. Your translation of us out here talking or y'all talking and how a needle feel like a needle feel like this. But if you ever felt a needle before, then does it feel like this? But what am I talking about? Talking about the needle that only you felt. So you are having a conversation with yourself all your life. I'm having a conversation with myself all my life. I'm like, you know what, you right. That's what I said to her. I'm like, never heard it that way. Because what a hammer look like to me. What a hammer look like to me. Does it look like what you see it look like to me? So you're gonna go in your mind and get the hammer that you only you witness. Is the hammer yellow or is it blue? No, yours might have been red or chrome or whatever. So you remember when you went to school and they was teaching, well, I can't say do you remember. I'm assuming y'all went to school and they were teaching y'all. They were doing something about teaching people. But they was teaching social studies or government. Right? That's social studies, right? And they say even in the what's that called? A declaration or for the people, by the people, um, the people of whatever land. Um, they say the people is the government, and whatever you told yourself, what I said, that's what you see. So we are the people that's thinking to get a certificate for uh, um, successful action or getting a ticket speeding or etc. You the only one know what it feels like. So what happened in WW land is the same thing right now. Same thing. Where the people police each other and what they was doing in that land they claim. But I'm the only one who told myself this is what they claiming, right? But what they claim they was doing, the people didn't even know. The people didn't know, even though the places was down the street. They claimed they didn't know that what's going on right now. You're the only one thinking. Say I never came on YouTube. Do I exist to you? Of course, I do something called exist to myself, but do I exist to you? Like it's a person that never came on YouTube yet, and they might come on tomorrow for the first time. Are they there now? You that watched my video for the first time, did I exist before or after? Did I exist to you when you was in seventh grade, for example? Maybe you never went to school. When you tasted something you didn't like for the first time, did I exist? I mean, of course, to me, I do. But did I? Did I? Even now, for me, it's your device called Wayne, right? Like you can title your device as Wayne talking. This engine do Chawa's channel or this YouTube. You title your device as Wayne talking. True. to know truth all your life. If to me, all y'all know it, but I don't know what you know. I just feel like you took a step, but you might not. You might be in a wheelchair. You might not use your feet. So or you might not even have a wheelchair. Never use your feet. Guess if you're here, let's use your ears. Right? You took a step to hear things, and we call it hearing outside of you. And whatever it is, it's true. We call it hearing just to try to connect it. But whatever it is true. Like, what if you found out rain was not found out? Like, you went inside and you decided to see truth. You don't know what rain, call it rain, but you try another title in the language you taught, I guess, right? And you see a whole nother thing. Like, what if rain is oil, or what if it's bubbles? Then you see a whole nother thing. Or you see what you trying to compare it to the truth you seeking for. If you're seeking, we told you it was called rain. What if you yourself is a blood cell? We call you a human being or a person. Like, what if you was a cell of a body? I think most people feel that already. Not most, but some people feel that already. What if us out here that communicate with you, talking to you, moving in front of you, making sounds, doing things, action. What if we was cells of your body? Like, what if you inside your head? Truth, but it's not in English, right? No, truth not in no language, man. Talk to me. I mean, we do say some of the sounds that truth say, like we beat our voice like drums, sounds like thunder. Not exactly, but you know, we say shh, like the symbol to hush or be quiet for a moment, like water. That's what truth said it is. I don't hear English. Do y'all hear that? Thunder? Is it in English to you? I don't hear English. I just hear man. Call y'all man. I just hear man talking to me. and the devices, but ain't no one talking. There ain't no vocal cord of that device. Everything else, even you, like when you walk down the sidewalk, or like if I never seen you before, you enter the chat, man. I guess you press the button when you enter the live stream. You when you press that button, that ain't in English. Ain't nothing in English. Even even the painted sign with 100 painted English words, that ain't even in English to me. It's paint. The power, the I don't even know if I could call it power because it's like you have to be enticed to want paint. To want to think you can read a stop sign. Not saying stop seeing the stop sign and don't stop or whatever. Not saying. Just saying like do feel like that. You can see paint and think you think you reading something. Like you can start seeing stuff that ain't even there. Like you opening up your own business and you renting the building. I don't support these kind of things. I mean, I don't say do these kind of things. But say you do and you rent in the building or the area or whatever you use, and you pay up the rent for 10 years. When you read in that paper, your receipt, I guess, the agreement, you probably have to have some kind of paperwork paying up rent for a business for 10 years. But when you read that, your mind can see, your mind, I think, I don't know what you think of, but I think your mind can see you in a business for 10 years that ain't even there. Feel like magic to me. Or somebody invite you out to a concert or just to eat the next day or next week or year. You can see, you can think you see yourself at a restaurant or something that ain't even there, just off of tone. I ain't got nothing else to talk about, y'all. I'm gonna just be honest. I thank y'all that come back. If you'll continue to come by here. Um, but it ain't nothing else to talk about. But this 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 thing I think I comprehend. And then I think I think I'm comprehending, right? I'm using the language to express something that's not even in English. Ain't got nothing else to talk about. I love you. We call it love. Yeah. Y'all call it love, so I call it love. But it's a feeling inside of me for you. I just call it love. I know I'm the only one thing. I always don't. He took me out of the world because I'm not of it. If I was of the world, they would take me in and love me as one of their own. So just by that alone, Father, you are amazing, right? I told my father, Father, then you come, right? That because I'm taken out of the world, I can't help but to see I'm the only one thinking. But if I was in the world and I'm iced up or something, whatever, paid in full or whatever, I wouldn't be able to concentrate on feeling I'm the only one thinking. And I've got deposits to make. I got people to see. I got places to be and things to do. Oh, I'm trying to make sure all my clothes dry clean before you see me. So I'm grateful because I probably wouldn't have no idea. I was the only one that knew how it feel to get my clothes dry clean. It feel like this to dress up for you, right? Like, don't worry about the clothes to wear. Oh man, how I feel inside when you see me cute or sharp or well dressed or whatever, handsome or how I feel. I never know, even if you told. So I'm the only one getting my clothes dry clean for you. I'm the only one know how I feel. I wouldn't know this was going on if I was in the world, which is everyone lying to themselves. It's hard to admit that I don't really know what nobody talking, even if I looked it up and if I studied the dictionary for 30 years straight, right? If I studied the dictionary for 30 years straight, non-stop, not no breaks, no none of that, it's still gonna feel like when you talking to me what I told myself. And I guess it's hard to face that, hey man, our people sent us to school to understand how to spell, bro. Like, and then I'm saying it in English or whatever language, whoever. Like he knocked down the tower and confused their language. Like they all gonna be confused. Like, hey, I've been the only one. Why you laughing? I mean, I can't help it because it's. I know some people might not be able to take it, but it would not find them. He said many will seek it and they would not find them, so they would run away from them when they sting by the locust. So the low the low custody, right? Like when they stung by the locust, then they wake up and realize they the only one they can see all they life. And they like, I am understanding how to feel. Yep. Because everything anyone say is what you told yourself they saying. You can end up joining groups and organizations and all kind of stuff. Like you end up joining stuff thinking they feel like you, even though y'all talk identical. thinking the group feel like you. So you'll be joyful again, though. You will. You'll be joyful for those that don't find it funny. I'm with you. 'Cause this is gonna be crying and gnashing of teeth. It is. I can see it. Like people feel realize real truth. Like it's in their face all their life, literally. Like um, they realize, dang man, like how we go for so many centuries and I ain't never witnessed them centuries, right? Like how we go for so many centuries to being like this. I don't know. Um, it's sad, bro. It's sad, sister, bro. Um, I don't want to call it heartbreaking because you told yourself, most people broke their own heart, and we point fingers at other folks, and we, I mean, now if they did things with actions, then I kind of get it. But if they said things to you like they'll never divorce you, or brothers, how they'll tell you they ain't gonna never keep your child away, and they saying stuff, then you breaking your own heart because you telling yourself what they saying. I mean, I told myself that being with you forever, Wayne, um, is what you told yourself forever is, Wayne. So you break if your heart break because she didn't stay with you forever, Wayne, then you just broke your own heart. You think you comprehend these people? So I know I ain't gonna be nothing to be desired. I know it because I'm like for real lame. I'm not even like lame as a shield of protection. No, I'm lame for real. Like, because I can imagine how it feels to be successful. I mean, I think I can. And I'd be like, that's crazy, especially if I think I know him. Like, man, this ain't you, Wayne. You used to play the video game and be all into it in all kind of ways. Yeah, but playing that video game, I still seen truth. There wasn't nobody on the screen. Probably why the way things was played could be played that way. Because I don't see people. I see a TV. I mean, I see some earthly materials, something called images or paint, lights, moving lights. There's really one light, right? But the one light turns many different colors, and it appears that the lights are moving, and I don't see like Hulk Hogan or what's his name? Um, I'm about to say Dave Chappelle. No, LeBron James, right? I don't see LeBron James on no video game, bro. You see him? I ain't never seen him a day in my life, even on TV. The screen. So I was still looking at the video game as what it is. Earthly materials, with circuitry and other things, and it appears that a car is riding down something called a street. Like I guess when you look at it for what it is, you don't trick yourself. I always knew. I think everyone knows. I think everyone knows that ain't no one on that TV. But it's lame though, because they want to talk about CB and OD, and they want to talk about why you laughing? Because that character in the world I used to try to be in, he already got two letters. So even if I say the initials, it's still gonna say what his title is. Try not to say they title, but it's still gonna say it. Yeah. Uh-huh. And CR and WS and characters. I mean screen. Ain't never seen them people a day in my life. So is he there? Is is the character who was the safe character you brought? You Elvis? Right. Well when everybody know Elvis is not. Okay. Oh wait, I know, right? Talk around people's head because I already know I'm the only one to listen to it. Whatever this thing is, it ain't got no one to watch but me. I'm not being vain. I'm not being proudful. I just don't know how it look to watch you. You that's listening. I don't know how it feel to be watching you. You feel what I'm saying? You know how I feel to be watching me? I mean, maybe you say on the screen. I don't know who seen me. That's what I'm saying. If you seen me, if you seen me, it's because we think we know each other. We know. If you haven't, if you don't know me and I don't know you, then you. That's what I'm saying. Y'all watching me. Like, you mean? Exactly what I'm saying. I feel like it's gonna be true, no matter what kind of assembly whoever put together for me to attend. Um, it's to me, it's the proof that you the only one to watch. I don't know if anyone else can feel it. Yeah, my people suffer for lack of knowing truth. Or I mean, I'm saying it in a language. Can you imagine? They say Jesus spoke what Arabic, right? Can you imagine what it felt like for Jesus to speak um love thy neighbor in Arabic? What it feel like? Was it even did he even use the word neighbor? I mean, not the word, or the tone neighbor, tone, English tone. He say he say the living never dies and the dead never live. In the day you were one, you became two. Now what will you do? In the day you consumed what was dead, you made it alive. Now what will you do? Was did it feel like that in Arabic when he said it? Some people don't know what you're talking about, Wayne. I know it's in the Gospel of Thomas, but I know. But he like if it ain't in this book today in this day and age, this like how many centuries you with me in this flesh? I don't know you gonna say none. Like I mean, well, this one, like other than this, how many other centuries you with? And then some of you, you know what's going on. You know you know how to do manipulate things where you can be somewhere never leave. or you always retain your memory of who you is. But most people, probably all of them could be ones that retain their memory. One, do you know? I don't. Who knows? And I'm the only one who came to Earth don't know what the heck going on. Even to where I am in Arabic, do you do you think it feel like how I feel in English? So I feel that when you see truth and you don't read it in the language you talk on Earth or the language you learned picked up from us out here, um, and you see that truth for what it is, then you can hear nothing but truth. Like everyone saying something true about your life, period. And that's all you hear. All you hear is your true life. Because it ain't nothing else to compare it to. But just go get your power, your love, and your sound mind. Go get your money. And I'm not, oh, Wayne, I know, Wayne, some new people might come in and thank you telling them to build their special accounts up to another level or get one. No, listen, dollars, I'm not talking about your dollar account. I'm talking about moon, sun, money, golden sun, silver moon. It ain't no, it ain't, never mind. Wayne, you just go ahead and say it. Okay. It ain't no gold on the earth. It ain't no silver. What you mean? Because the light is gold, and it's yellow, and it's purple, and any color that I have ever seen. It's only because I see it in light. And everything DYES, when the light goes, sets, moves, or don't give off, or give on, or does give off. I mean, everything turns shadow. I don't know if I can call that a color. What Jacob did not know. Jacob did not know that his flesh and blood was sitting on a throne of gold. So he maybe knew, right? Especially when David picked up the 5 stones and he used one pebble. I wonder how many people noticed that. He picked up 5 stones and used one pebble. Or did he pick up 5 pebbles and use one stone? 2 hours up in are not carnal. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. So I guess those that stick around and listen to me, if you're not, and look, oh, hold on, Canada, me and grandma. I ain't even noticed this. I apologize, y'all. I mean, not apologize. Forgive me. Great light, Canada, me and grandma. Brick hammer, brick hammer with a wood handle. See, I was thinking blue and yellow. We let controllers tell us what we are and done with it. Yeah, which is I told myself who the controllers are. The day well, at least where I dwell, we've been talking about the day since I've been here, right? They doing this, they doing that, they gonna do, they did it, and ain't not one person to see. The tenant is the business, the one which is the one that told himself that he the one, the business of the tenant, or me. I'm the only one know how it feels. I think I comprehend people on Earth. Oh, I thought I did. It was a conversation with myself. People who love the world don't love me, which is you're allowed to see you the only one that can see they don't love me. I don't know. Can we relate? Watch city work for a city well fortified up on high cannot hide, nor can it not be seen. Because you can't talk to zombies. Depends on what talking is, right? Because I don't know what zombies are to you, but zombies are those that ate from the tree. And to me, if you could call it talking, that's that's how they that's how they moving that. Or we moving that. Don't want to make it like I'm better than them. You outside. No, I wish I would have caught what you were saying though too, Grandma. Um, Let me go back and see. Oh, he asked a question. Okay, the wild grapes are amazing. Mm-hmm. Sun still out. Where you are? Yeah, he was saying that a long time ago that the grapes he in his yard just popped up. But wild grapes are amazing. But you two that stick around, if you're not, you know, strangers, then it's you. You the only one thinking. Well, those that the watchers or the information gatherers, they gonna figure it out too. What the Roman soldier said, this must be the Son of God. And the officer said, no, no man speaks like this man. God's foolishness is greater than man's wisdom. What they call him. They call him God out there. Some do, not all. Amazing how you can hear tones and you can start thinking something strange happening. Like some of my English loved ones, when I speak um in alternative rhythms of tones, it can feel weird to them because they so used to English, which which I think sound weird in the first place when they first heard it. I think it's the same thing. It feels the same way to me. So if it's not in English, it's like it's not safe. Like that could be some kind of voodoo or something. And I'm like, if you look at what you think you comprehend, it already is that. Like, you know, what did my loved one say? Man, people don't want to learn something new. It's like they got to learn something new all over again. And I'm like, but you're already doing it. And when you came to Earth, if you call it new, you learn something new. You're already doing it. When you go to truth, if I can call it that for you, share with you, then you realize that you're the only one that know it how you know it. Like the process you took, how you know it. That's what I'm saying. It's like Wayne he don't have to, but he feels he has to break down what he's saying because he feels we gonna hear it in regular English. When you hear me, when you hear the way I talk, like I'm pointing down here at the ground, when you hear what I'm talking, then you say I'm HEAR. I'm here. When you hear what I'm saying, then you say I'm here. Like you already know. It's just I guess it feels weird to realize freedom say freedom. Like I guess it feels weird to realize that says that, right? Like where I'm getting that at? What if I'm already getting it, right? Like where I'm getting that at? I know I'm for free, right? Like First one to your mind, they claim wins something. You, me, right? Or not. Yeah, no, no, but how to see truth in English, I think. I mean, how can I tell you? You already see it, or feel it, hear it, or whatever. You on the inside. Oh, you can see your spirit when you realize that your tongue is tasting the fruit, but you telling yourself what it is. Spirit. Your flesh tasting it, your spirit telling you. Your eyes, flesh see it, and your spirit feels it. They call it your brain. So if they polish up some paint, ain't polished paint, ain't it all? Yep. They polish the paint up. The paint is like the billboard sign. Polish it up, and you can think you want to get a what they call that little oven, easy bake oven. If you getting an easy bake oven for Christmas or something, like you really think you see that, or a transformer, or a bicycle, paint, the illusionary power of paint, take everyone on a journey that no, don't exist almost, especially what they call it broken dreams or something, pipe dreaming, where you dream to be a chemical engineer and you end up producing songs. For example, story I got off TV. you, well, you dream of making it and you end up um stalled or not making it. Can you imagine though? That's how you know, man, in your spirit, something ain't something ain't what it seems. You can you imagine everyone in your hood if you ever been in that type of thing, no matter the color, had made it? Like who who would sweep the floor at the stadium or who would pick up the popcorn on the movie theater floor? Like if everyone made it, man, you can see it. It's like the hamster wheel will run it with Satan run the world and the world people's the people mind and the people's mind is on a hamster wheel. All I see is just mockery of it's like it's nothing else to tell you but what it is. There ain't nothing else to tell you. Like why would I lie to you if I was successful? Like why would I bring you a lying product, a product that's a lie and I'm successful? Why would I show you a hamster wheel commercial? Like what they got to do with it? It's funny. Yeah, okay, it's funny. All right. Then when you realize well freedom led to the hamster wheel, right? Like the freedom say freedom. Hey, I don't know what people saying. I don't know. You don't hear it? I do. I always hear it. You know the people offering you and they don't write it down for you. Like who knows? You can't get mad. I mean you can, I guess, but it's like it's for no reason. Like you wanted a tricycle, you got a tricycle and you mad. You want freedom, you got freedom. Mad. Why? Why would you reach up and grab a grape and eat it and get mad? Well, maybe it wasn't right. Yeah, it ain't. It ain't right. Hey, I can't say you can't get mad. Some people don't get mad at me, but hey, you on your way to the truth. He say those that seek to save their life will lose it, and those who lose their life because of my name's sake will gain eternal life. Right? So this stuff that when I be speaking what they call the Bible, I'm telling you a feeling in English, just showing from the perspective of what's called the Bible. Because I told myself what the billboard saying, right? And I it's a feeling that I'm translating in a language called English. What I'm saying to you is not in English. I feel what Jesus saying to you is not in English. Truth. So I see why he claimed he is the truth, the way, and the light. He is. I am truth, way, and light. I am truly about to go this way to something called a bathroom in light. Hi. Oh yeah. Hold on, let me say something right quick. You was right, Grandma. The sun is never out. It was always in. Hold on, man. I done missed all this many messages. Dang, man, you just be talking your own head off. Yeah, information gatherers are real. You realizing they are useless. I have some berries too. Goji, goji leaves, free to be done, free to done, death in me. Yeah, right. You could feel. He said I knew there was something wrong in this with this place before I could talk, and I still participate. But I guess whatever I'm telling myself that is. But yeah, I think that's that. Not eat from the tree. It's not in English not to eat from the tree.
I
Cause,
learned something.
'cause where else could you relate? Well, not in English. But if you was to say it in English, not you, me. That's how it comes out. You went to the kindergarten, or you was plucked from the nursery and planted in kindergarten, and and then you went to elementary, and then you you was given a loincloth. Well, no, you went to sleep because you ate from the elementary, and then you was given a loincloth where you realized you was something called gender, and you were sent out of the garden, which is it looked pleasant to the eye and good for food, and which is sound like what you just said. I know there was something wrong with this place before I could talk, and I still participate. It's the same feeling because it's not in English. To me, I get the same feeling from what I just said about eating from the elementary. They got free lunch programs. Man, you when you realize it, I guess when you get older, maybe you see it when you're younger. You see this free lunch program and how you was seen to be not all. Some people didn't like it anyway, but it seems like man, I'm alright. But then when you get to another point in your life, um, the war on drugs cannot be stopped, right? Like, but somehow everyone can get free lunch that can program a free lunch at the elementary. So I could only relate it to my life. Like I could only go in my life and see the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Because there's nowhere else it could be. Where else will it be? Why are you telling me about it? Right? Like so it has to be where I'm standing. Period. Because that's the only place I'm gonna find it. When you in truth, you can only relate anything anyone saying to your life, your true life. And when they say I don't know stuff, then your true life is sad. I think. Well, I say I don't know. My true life is I don't know. I don't know what you had for breakfast when you was 13. I mean, I'm just gonna guess the program: grits, eggs, bacon, cereal, oatmeal, cream of wheat, fruit bowl, honey bun or cinnamon bun, a waffle, pancake, croissant. Um, and you probably ain't had none of it, right? Like, oh man, I can't wait till they all wake up. I'm gonna be like, I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you. I was telling you then because I know when you wake up, you ain't got no choice. When you wake up, then I'm gonna be standing right there saying I was trying to tell you. I know it because it's true. In my life, I don't know about you, but I feel since I know my life, I know yours. But I know and the way my people is, like I ask them a question that I feel I know, and they don't want me to feel like I know stuff. So I ask them did they walk the earth, which is if I walk the earth, I know you have, especially if I see you doing. But you might not call it that. See, that's why I talk like that, because that's how my loved ones be with me. Like I ask them, for example, you walk the earth, you think you know everything. This is what they started off with. Well, if I know my life, I know yours. You walk the earth? No, I ain't walk the earth. This how they be. Just try to make sense with it. Like, just keep on trying to make sense. You ever had some spoiled food before? Not that you ate it, because you know they be wanting to hear the horrible stuff out your mouth on purpose. What you mean, not that you ate it? Because if I when I asked them that way back then, they was like, they was like attitude. Like I'm asking them something. Like I'm disgusting in the first place. They ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying, right? Like, cause I'm not even asking a question to get an attitude with me for. Like, why they got an attitude? So I tell them, not that you ate the spoiled food. Like almost like, um, no, I don't want no parts of you, right? Like, hold up, no, I don't want no parts of you. So I say, no, not that you ate the food, because they be ready. They be ready for no reason, like just ready. Greedy. I call it greedy. Who is y'all, right? I would say y'all, and then I'd be going. So I got to the point I just started saying y'all just out the blue, just to get somebody to jump out and say who is y'all. But before I was for real, I was serious. Y'all be watching TV and well, ain't nobody there, but ain't nothing but rich people on there talking to you anyway, right? And who is y'all? Right here they go. Who is y'all? I already know. Hey, so so when I realized I do love him, I ain't want to just say who was y'all just to have Jeff out talking about who was y'all. I ain't want them. I started having more love for them. And started telling them, hey, I was thinking about using the word y'all, but I ain't gonna use it anymore. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna say when one does, then one can be right. So it's like, ooh, that's safe. I mean, this is me thinking for him. I don't know what it feel like. They like, ooh, ooh, you said that real comfortable. You said that, well, I ain't got to jump out and be tired of saying who is y'all again. And it's because I love them. And it's amazing when you get to live like this with people. Man, it's like, and you trying to tell them, like, hey, they don't want to hear it. They don't want that. They want that trash out my mouth. They want some trash. And it's like they'll sit there and beg me for trash. And I'm like, man, but I don't want to give you trash. And it's like they just wait. One of my loved ones was telling me that thing is trying to make me. They know about the thing, and they call it the thing too. And they was feeling that thing, trying to come in there and make them hear stuff that ain't even being said. And that thing try to, it'll be looking for stuff like it'll be, I don't know, it's just weird. It's like it swear up and down. It found something, but I don't want to have nothing to do with that. Like, it's just amazing. But the person, my loved one, realized that they could feel it. She like, I feel that thing, and it's trying to, and I'm not gonna let it. I was like, please, because I don't want to have nothing to do with that. Like, when you tell them all your life you don't want to have nothing to do with it, but they be man hunting. I call it man searching, man hunting. That's how you get a man, male or female. That's how they get a man, male or female. That's how you get you a man. Uh, I come over there and say it with you, man. I don't want to have nothing to do with it, even though some of that stuff hurts me. I'm just gonna stay out the way and watch this stuff. 'Cause the way you say it, it's like you saying it literally, and you saying it in a way where we can't really get mad at you, right? Like, I'm good. And my jaw fall off, realize you telling me the whole time. It's how I'm looking at you. I can't see you. You found out all you had to do was just make sense with it. Yep, lame. They call it lame. Nice brother. From what I'm seeing, it's a paradise over there, and don't nobody want it. And it's like lame. It's like being lame is how you end up in that paradise. But it's like don't nobody want it. If I don't want it, it's like it's empty. But the Father, I'm over there. Um, I'm telling them, y'all come home, come back home. This what it feel like, y'all. Feel like nothing. To understand how to spell, it feels just like this. You don't feel it? Oh, I apologize, y'all again. Frida Dom, deaf in it. I read that. Getting mad at a big tree. Yeah. And yeah, right? Because we went in season for fruit and it won't bear no fruit. Pull it up because the tree won't bear no fruit. The elm tree in the grove. You can one day go to Hollywood or going into a temple knowing just to turn tables over, which is of contents, right? A table of contents, right? You told yourself what they were saying to you, right? I mean, you told yourself what Jesus was saying to you. When he's speaking parables, they tell me, I don't know what anyone else here, but they say that a lot. At least where I've been, Jesus spoke in parables. Um, yeah, which is Bible. Most people ain't gonna get that. Well, five is two, pair is two, or one pair of two. Um, Parable, Bible. You ain't gotta know how to read. No language. No language that's written down in something called the script. You speak in parables, you speak in Bible, which is the living book. That's the only place that makes sense to me, that talk like I do in English, because it's not in English. So I can say that's my book. I can. I am the man with burning feet, except in the fire. I am. So the book of life is written, and then not and then for you, right? You is you is right. But then, if like in past tense, then the prophets were sent for you. The prophets were sent for you. Because when you see truth, like say you speak Russian, right? Like it's a such thing as a Russian language, right? And then when you read, they call it the Bible, but I ain't saying it in Russian, so I know I'm getting it wrong with some English speakers already. But when they know truth and they go to that Bible in Russian and they speak Russian, it's gonna be their book. Like it's gonna be their story, good or evil. That's what we call it in English. When somebody stole some of yours, when they stole something, now they got not that it's yours or you did. When you did that, that wasn't in English. When you realize it, that dang, my life is true. Yeah, you can hear you being talked about. Well, that's all you can hear. That's all you can hear. What else do you hear? You can try to explain it to. I know what people they're gonna be crying and gnashing their teeth for real. And it's amazing that some people gonna be coming like, man, I cried when I seen it, right? There go one crying, and one was like, man, this some BS. This some what do you call it? Baloney, bull, right? And they gonna be gnashing their teeth, and they gonna be like, I did gnash my teeth, right? Those that didn't read it. Some I'm talking about the ones that didn't never read or hear anybody say it. So I know the prophets came to write it for me. I know it. because I'm living it. I can see where I ate. When you look at it that way, you can see it. You see, if you ate from the tree, look for some people that you might not witness. I don't know who you with, but I was looking for people that I ain't ever witnessed. They call them Adam. Well, yeah, Adam and Eve. That's what they call them. And I made up a couple in my head way back some centuries ago or something, right? And I felt that I needed to ask them, but I ain't had access to them. Now it was me. When I look at it like it's me, then I'm going to look for that tree I ate from. I'm going to look for the tree that where I went to sleep, or I surely went on a diet. A D is a T. Diet, died, or where I surely went on a diet. So I'm going to go look for that tree. And when I find that tree, I'm gonna look for the loincloth. I'm gonna look for where I'm sent out of the garden. I'm gonna look for birth pains. I'm gonna look for why I call Eve, why I call my wife Eve, and she the mother of all life. I'm gonna look for the story in my life, but that's the only place I can find it. In truth, I'm gonna go and look for mammon. I'm gonna go and look for idols. I'm gonna go and look for Babylon in my life because it has to be right there. Period. Because that's the only truth I know on this earth. It has to be in my face. And I look at TV for what it is. It ain't no one there. And real life is real. Is real life is in my face. Realize you understand how to spell. And you telling yourself what any of us saying. We want to blame in the garden, but we can't see. We blame it in the garden who gave us multiplication and who gave us condom education and who gave us the metal thing when it's you telling yourself what the metal things is. And we want to blame each other or blame them of the day. You can't see it when you blame it. Like where I would tell my loved one, you started it. I'm not really blaming. I'm trying to, cause they be tired. They be tired and slamming doors and stuff, and it look like they don't like it. But I'm like, hey, I'm lame. I'm always be lame. I don't know why you gonna keep chasing me. You just gonna keep getting tired, and I try to tell them you started it. So if you realize that, then you probably can turn around. I'm not trying to blame you. I'm trying to point out that hey, um, if you turn the other cheek, right, repent, turn around. Like you probably can turn around and realize you're chasing me like a dog sick 'em, like a dog sick 'em, and you tired. I can see if you like it, I mean, to me they do like, it. But they talk like they don't like. It. I tell people, I don't know what's going on. I'm copying y'all. And I say things, and all of a sudden they chasing me all day life. They don't forget Wayne copying people out here with this English. Yeah, I thought that's what y'all was doing. You can't see it when you blame it. You can't see truth when you blaming somebody. Say Eve, which is Eve, the mother of all children, blaming Adam in the garden. And Adam blamed Eve. I mean, Adam blamed Eve, and Eve blamed the serpent. Man, I can't wait to talk to some people, a group of people in person. Oh man, I want to. It's something I want to say, but I ain't gonna say it on here. Oh, I can't wait, but I'm just excited to tell somebody. I guess it keeps me from being proud. So, my loved one, um, seeking you should find. Knocking, the door should be open. You talk to love, love will talk back to you. Literally. It's just somebody got to tell you that that's love talking back to you. I call it love. I don't know what other people call it, but I say that's love talking back to you. When you talk to love, love will talk back to you. Call it the Holy Spirit. They call it God. I call it love. Um, Somebody got to tell you because you already know. He say, Big J say, thank you for opening up this demon thing. Hey, um, you're welcome. I was kind of wondering how Big J, well, you the only one to watch, one. Yeah. But I remember I left a comment on one of his videos. Well, not that I remember, but I went to my email because I couldn't find his channel. I thought it was taken down. And I went to my email and searched his title. And the comment I left on one of his videos came. Because I was wondering how, well, Wayne, you're the only one to watch. Yeah, that's the main. So he could have went through your comment. Never know. Probably stopped by a couple times. Jesus said, I started a fire, and now I'm guarding it until it blazes. Well, I think I'm. Hold on, let me read the rest of the message. I don't want. Oh, I thought it was more than this. Temple and the table. It's always in the same place, literally, and it lives. You see it. They are really disgusted by themselves. They don't want to face truth. They facing the truth. They don't want to face truth. Mm, I'm gonna spell it. If it let me post it, acting up. They facing. Oh, I put it up there twice. They facing the truth. They facing the truth. They don't want to face truth. But I know you spelled it. So just point out, you never know what a person's saying when they giving you the truth. You never know are they giving you the truth or the truth. But you spelled it for me. Thank you. Lots of ugly elm trees here. Controllers brought them. Mm-hmm. Well, in a place where we beg to be controlled. Point the finger at the controller, and we begging for it. And you look at what she talking, you're like, well, dang, man. What is they offer me when they offering freedom and don't write it down? Yeah, could be what I'm seeing around the world is what I've been asking for. Yeah, you just can't imagine it's that simple that my folks that call themselves black people, they can't imagine. I've been asking for a black man world. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine that they actually gave it to me. Hey, hey, I mean, can't even complain. But you complain like a bag of chips. Hey, that what I told myself complaining is. I don't feel there's no reason for it. Like it ain't fair, but it is. You do pay a fare. It's not right, but it's right. Down on the paper. It's like anything you try to repel it. It's like it's sitting right there. Like yeah, you do pay a fare. why wouldn't why wouldn't every word not every word? Why wouldn't every action be have a title for it in any language? Like when you realize truth, you can say to yourself, or you will say, "I'm lying to myself," in whatever language you talk, right? Like they got a word for me lying to myself. or a tone. They got a tone for me realizing truth. Hey, hey, so they got a tone for you getting what you asked for. They got a tone for you like entertainment. They got a tone for you understanding. They got a tone for truth. You know the tails don't want you to talk the whole dictionary. You know you ain't gonna want to talk the whole dictionary either. But the tails don't want you talking the whole dictionary. They get mad when you say donkey and a dog and heat. You talk to them like this, they feel safe. They don't want you to use the whole dictionary when you talking. You got a language called whatever, and you got a code book or a dictionary, a book of spelling words for the language, but you can't use all of them. Foolish it is. It is. It's foolish. It's like I gotta tell them, I'm telling a story, y'all. I'm not going through any pain. Okay. Like I gotta tell them because I'm gonna start saying words in the dictionary. Um, like I was real sad when I seen wasn't nobody there for me. If I didn't give them the disclaimer that I'm just telling a story, I'm not, I'm not going through no pain. Like if I don't give the disclaimer, they'll jump out. See, you're in pain. See, you got to learn to get out of that. You got to learn to move on. It's sad, man. I feel like everyone begging me to control. Man. I feel like people begging me to control them, man. Giving them disclaimers and stuff. Cause I'm not gonna say y'all. I'm gonna say when one. Okay. I sit back, try to get to know you, Wayne. I ain't been, when I'm supposed to jump out and talk about who was y'all all my life. Yeah, that's how it is out there. I, I don't know how I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how not to know that. I don't know how not to know it. So you learn how to, like what I'm doing right now, right? I learned how to be able to tell my story without the who was y'all, because the who was y'all take you way away from what I was trying to explain. I ain't even finished yet. like, oh, ma, I did clean up my room just like you said. Like, like I ain't even finished yet. Like, I wouldn't do it with you, Wayne. I wouldn't need to. I done seen that who was y'all about a million times. I'm exaggerating enough, but it's been a lot. Just know. I just know they're gonna say you're going through pain. I already know. You're hurting, and that's why you're bringing that up. I'm like, you telling yourself what I'm saying though. Like, no, I'm not. But I don't know how to explain it to you. Not being funny, not. I know I can be taken there if I'm being funny. I feel that did you come to Earth knowing English? I jump in with something like that. Did you know English when you came to Earth? Almost like did you know you get an extra pack of crackers with your tuna? Like you feel what I'm saying? Like, did you know English when you came to Earth? Right? And they like then there's like a comment, it's a suit, it's like Sudafed, right? But and they like, no. Okay, so do you feel that when you start doing something called learning English that you was learning? Yeah. Okay, so I feel that you're the only one that's been thinking all your life. And you told yourself, um, when I'm talking about what I've been through in life, it's some kind of pain I'm going through or something. I'm just trying to tell you a story. I love you. I do. Whew. The tears, man. Or can I call them tears? They very well lambs over there trying to fit in the world. Because he brought them to me. He brought them to me. They very well lambs, goats. I mean not goats, sheep. And they trying to listen to rich people. Like, when you listen to rich people, how you know all this? Um, you're right. And I don't know which one to say first. I'm going to have an excuse, but I don't want to. Right? I'm gonna go ahead. You go ahead and give them what they like, right? Because if I would have said it the other way first, you would have been thinking I'm trying to slide out of something. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and admit that I'm gonna have an excuse. Some of them curious. And what was that? Seeing y'all talking English, and I talk English with y'all. Some of y'all I get in trouble for saying the same thing y'all say. And I went to go see some English words to see what I'm saying. So I wonder why I'm getting in trouble. And I found out that um, what this stuff was saying is what we was getting. It was just that simple. And I looked back over there at y'all, and I see y'all getting what y'all asked for. And I was wondering why y'all was so complaining, like y'all was so upset with whatever going on in me. Y'all was upset with me and whatever else was going on. And I decided to try to, well, first, I decided to try to play the game with you. But but then I ended up being sad. My soul became afflicted when I realized you would chase me all your life. Literally. And you don't like it, or you say you don't. I don't know how a person chase you all your life and they don't like it. I don't know, really. So I wanted to try to tell you, listen, man, I want to go that way. I don't know though. If you like it, I kind of get it. But I don't know. It looked like confusing. Like I don't know though. I don't know how stuff feel to y'all. I don't know that. To me, you could be very well thinking, Wayne. You supposed to be thinking that I'm confused and I need some help. And the whole time we waiting on you to help us so you can give us something. Yeah, who knows? I don't know what you thinking. Look like it sounds like you can't stand chasing somebody all your life. But to chase them all your life, it look like you like it. Why? I don't know what you're doing. And I talk to people just like that. I truly don't know. So it's weird. Keeps I tell the same parables like keep smearing dog mess on your face and you don't like it. And you'll smear some more on there. And that's how it looked to me. You smear messy stuff on your ego or your thoughts like me, Wayne. You smearing Wayne on your way of thinking. And you just keep smearing it. Like and then you be mad. But just chasing somebody all your life. I don't get that. I don't get it. I don't comprehend it. I don't know. It's weird. Mm-mm. I don't know. I end up talking to my loved ones, not all of them, like they stupid all my life because they keep coming at me with whatever they coming at me with. It ain't as much as it used to be. Maybe they starting to hear it. But that's when I wanted to try to um, play the game, right? But then my heart kicked in, and I'm like, man, these people, they lame. They don't know better. They don't know what they doing. Even though they better than me, in my mind and theirs, I still felt love for them. That it got to be a better way. Because playing the game with them, man, they be all sad and stuff, mad all they life, mad and sad all they life, and I don't want to have nothing to do with that. Oh man, it's amazing. It's just amazing. It's something man, you chased all your life by people that love you. They say they do. They chase me more than the ones that don't love me. I don't know how they don't feel like Wayne. They can tell me. I already know what they're talking about, right? I ain't gonna feel sad. Wayne, you ain't nothing but a letdown. You always hear you saying something that let me down since I've been knowing you. Like now I get what Jesus was saying. He they won't let a physician work on them that they know. I used to call it I think they know me. I used to call it they think they know me. Now I get it now. They know me, right? Like, I'll tell you, Wade, like man, because you've been letting me down since the 80s, 90s, so long, and you still letting me down. That's what I was been trying to tell you. Like I would put so much energy into it. I wouldn't, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I can see it. You're frowning and you're sucking your teeth and you're jerking the frown and you're huffing and puffing and you just slamming doors and stuff all your life. And it's like I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know. Can I call it wrong? I don't know what's happening with you. I just tell you, I would. After seeing it so much, I can't help but to know Wayne ain't nothing but a letdown. Can't help but to know it. It still like it be brand new to them. Like it still be brand new to them. Hmm. But I ain't gonna stay on here too much. More. Let me see. Not know what. Hold on. Oh, I missed all this already. I think it's about winning. Dang, they got big pigs. Hold on. I'm gonna have to watch this again, see what Grandma laughing. Claim her at your door. Amen. It a lot of laughs. They got big pigs. Who y'all talking to in the leading tone? For 4th of July, Barbie procuring hot oil treatment center. I think it's about winning. Is it winning what I feel it is or what they feel it is? Father forgive us. Or is that something like blaming others? What, telling a story? Just telling a story like if you put this kind of seasoning on your whatever you about to make, then you can have it like I shared it with you. Just telling you a story. Like just I ain't trying to get you, man. I won't have nothing to do with it. 47 years old, I don't need to be trying to get you no more. It's obvious that there's no need for all that. That they'll chase me all their life, literally. And I mean, no use in getting upset and talking about why. No use in all that no more. I already went through all that. And it's obvious. I'm gonna be asking y'all why all my life. And it's like they have no clue that I'm well they do. It's obvious. They have no clue that they own my donkey. Okay. Not know what. Apologize. I wish I remember what I was saying at the time. If it's not a game, there is no W. So it's a game in their mind. Literally. Literally. They might not call it a game because what you mean, Wayne? Because I ask, and I ain't playing either. This some kind of game you playing with me. I done asked. I done asked them that. Have a great night. Thank you. You too. I asked them everything that I think that makes sense in the book. I done asked them all of it. Just keep trying to make sense. And the spirit in me, he say, Wayne, if you keep on trying to make sense with them, the way you talk, then they gonna go crazy. And then when they start seeing When they start going crazy, they're gonna start to see that ain't nobody to look at but themselves. Because when you doing stuff with the avenge, when you avenging yourself, Wayne, that opens up a door to like, oh, Hell no. Oh no, he didn't slam the door in my face after I slammed it 100 times. Like, you know what I mean, Wayne? Yeah. Ain't no way he hung up on me. I only can hang up on him. Ain't no way that he done got a little umph in his voice. I'm the only one can get umph with him. And now it's time for the grand level of why he shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Wayne. Yep. Yep, I'm good. And then they start going to all kind of levels, want to touch on me and stuff. Want other people touching on me and you begging to be controlled. Okay, that's how I see it. I don't see it like you mistreating me where you is to where you gonna be chasing me all your life. But I don't see it like, oh my goodness, not no more. I don't see it like that. It look like magic. It look like you know how to spell, just like you gonna tell me you do, ain't you? So Wayne, you just keep trying to make sense with them. They gonna go crazy, and they ain't gonna have no one to look at but they self. Cause what you do, your mouth, you say things like you too smart. For example, and then they gonna think about what they did. But I slammed the door in your face. And then what else did I do? Your mouth. You think you too smart to be smart. You you think you high and mighty. And so what's wrong with that? It's because pride and what God said. No, what I'm saying is, what did I do that was prideful? Where was I being prideful? I'm trying to make sense with you. And they sitting there going crazy. But I don't know how to tell them. I'm telling you going crazy. I don't know how to tell them though, right? I can't tell you. I can't tell you you're going crazy. You think I'm being smart with you now? Easy. It's easy. All you do is just keep trying to make sense with them. You try to talk like them, they got something for you. They got something. They got things that you won't do. I see. See that. Even though they slam the door in your face 100 times, your own door, and theirs, and anyone else's, to them, you done messed all the way up when you halfway slammed like you was about to slam and you held it up right as it was about to hit. They still got something for you. You don't see it? Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Because when I'm trying to make sense, they're going crazy. It's almost like they got a chain around their neck like a dog sickle. And if I say, um, doggy, you a doggy heat too, right? Like if I say that, then that chain like it got an automatic brake mechanism on it or something. And it's like once you, even though that dog sitting there telling you about your mama, right? Like, even though that dog that told you about your mama 50 times or less, um, you say something back to them like they're a dog in heat or something, man, that chain like got an automatic brake mechanism on it and it breaks. But as long as you're trying to make sense, that chain can't break. It's like it can't. It just can't break. And they just sitting there just like growling at me, trying to bite me. But the chain go so far. Break every chain. Break every chain. Can't help but to see it. And then break them strongholds and them chains. You chasing me for? Like when you listen to the living word, what you mean, Wayne? When you read the living word, what you mean, Wayne? When you step into real, I don't know how to say it, Wayne. It's still gonna sound like you saying what the pastor say. I know. When when you step, you could be at the bank, right? Like you could be at the bank and they got a fake plant or uh, also real plants. You know, you can call them real. And you sit there and you study that or studying it in the hood. We call it we ain't studying that, which is I guess study. So you study that, you will be reading true living word. Like when you go to the cookout of your family, like what they call it, family reunion, and then you sitting on that brown picnic bench that everybody sat on, and you see that fly, that whatever, and you read that or study it, and you'll be reading true living word. And when you read that, then you can see dogs on chains, like trying to bite you. Like you can see the chain and you can see what'll break that chain. And as long as you stay over here, then it's like that chain, it can't break. It can't it can't break because they ain't got no reason. Like it's like it ain't no reason for it to break. Dogs just don't like you. But dogs don't do that to me. Only but I seen it in the movie. Oh yeah, Wayne. Hey. In real life. And I see it. But dogs don't treat me like that. But I'm just saying, like you grab that wasp nest with your bare hand, and that wasp gonna tell you something. Like you read that word right there, that one. You read that word, true living word. Read that, the true living word. Then you can see dogs try to bite you. If you say dog and heat, literally, what you literally see, an angry dog, a dog in heat, and a dog in heat, a dog in anger. And you can literally see that if you say that to that dog, that chain will pop. Like it got an automatic pop on there or something. Just from what you say. Like you telling the dog to sick them on yourself. Like literally. I'm good, man. Street knowledge is foolish. I'm good. Street wisdom, street code, talk, whatever. That stuff foolish. And I'm trying to tell them I'm lame for real. Like I'm for real lame. And I ain't even trying to talk to you in no street knowledge way. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. Even though I said I don't, I do not want anything to do with it. I don't want. Trying to give them the heads up, telling them I'm lame so they can like, like, well, hey, I'm wasting my time. Yeah, yeah, you finna bully a lame, like you finna get off on a handicapped man. Well, you ain't handicapped. I mean, I died 3 times when I was a baby. Well, you gonna always try to use that to play the victim. I mean, do you know what happened to me after I died? Where I went and all that? No. Okay, so I'm lame. That's real. I don't know how you don't see it. I be laughing now because this man done accepted how he think we look at him, right? Yep, sure have. And I know you ain't trying to come over there, man. But it require you to run game on people and you looking for a man, like you trying to get you a man and stuff, man. I'm good. I'm good. So to me, that's what it is. Literally, like you literally trying to get a man. Man chasing. It's the same thing in that movie you seen called Man Chase. It's the same thing. Manhunt, the movie, same thing. It's literal. It's real. Um, what was the other one? Getting a Man. If you ever seen that movie, I don't know if these movies exist, y'all, but I know Manhunt got to be out there somewhere. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. There's a video game called Manhunt, and on that game, they got street knowledge, right? Like I don't know if you ever heard of that kind of thing, but or grandma, I don't think people ever heard of that. But yeah, the same thing. Getting a man like at the bar, same thing. But instead of getting a groove back, all that. That's how they get that energy. Um, they be mad when they can't get it too. But that's how they get that energy when they talking the language. Rich and street knowledge people, hood rich people and rich people, rich people. Period. Earthly riches. What they call it, hazing, where they haze, right? It's the same thing. Man chasing. It's how you get you a man. Bar hopping, getting some tail, same thing. You see, I see you. I see why breaking one Ten Commandment, you breaking them all, and I see why one sin is no greater than the other one. Because man chasing is bar hopping. Bar hopping is man hunting. Man hunting is getting you a man. It's the same thing. Like it's really like the same thing going on. Period. Ahab getting devoured by the fowl of the air in the streets, literally, which is man hunting, and and Jezebel falling out the window, and the dog ate her, which is she fast Jezebel. It's the same. It's the same thing. And the no good dirty dog ate her up. Literally, they call them that. They call them no good dirty dog. Then now she walking around jazzy until she turned to the true living Father, if it's such a thing. When Jesus told Jezebel to stop doing what she doing, and if she don't, he said he gonna do that thing to her children. God said he gonna make her hair fall out. Like it's like your life. It's like one day you be telling somebody your hair fell out, right? and you'll be speaking scripture, but if you're not into it, you can't hear it. But one day you're gonna be telling the same story in English, and then if you go there, then you'll know why your hair fall out. Like he really do. He man, I can't say who he get on the most. Sisters or brothers. I mean, most people probably see brothers. They don't really talk about the sister part. In my life, they don't really talk about Lady Foolish and why her hair falling out and Jezebel what Jesus said he gonna do to her children. He said you deny me on earth in front of others, then he'll deny you in heaven in front of his father. And I can't say, because to me, woman is flesh and Adam is mind or man. So, like I was saying, I was looking for the birth pains in my life too. Sons of God, you're gonna be the ones delivering the word of the Father, because you're gonna realize that you got a woman. And sisters too, they gonna realize they got an Adam. They got a man. I mean, they got a mind. Wow, you went right to it, man. Revelation 2, verse 20. I don't know, I just, I thank my mom for putting the crossword puzzles and them word field puzzles in our face. Because now I can just look for a word and just see it on the page without reading through it. Just look for that word. And then he showed it to me because I go right to it. This is Revelations 2, chapter 2, verse 20. Now, withstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman, Jezebel, which called herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. And I gave her space to repent of her fornication, and she repented not. Behold, I will cast her into a bed, and them that commit adultery with her into great tribulation, except they repent of their deeds. And I will, he said, don't change the words of this book, man. Okay. And I will kill her children with death, and all the churches shall know that I am he which searcheth the reins in hearts. And I will give unto every one of you according to your work. But unto you I say, and unto the rest in Thyatira, as many as have not this doctrine, and which have not known the depths of Satan as they speak, I will put upon you none other burden, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my father. And I will give him the morning star. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the church. So not only flesh and mind, not just flesh. Yep, the Son of God. Well, he say the Son of God. I'm gonna say what I was about to say first. Son of God wanted some. I'm a son of God. I'm a child of my Father. The son of his Father in heaven wanted some hoes. He got some hoes, right? And he say, who is that verse? Where can't I find? Okay, 27. I apologize. I mean, forgive me. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even if as I received of my Father. So how did he know to say these things? Because he faced what you faced and overcame them all. Okay, the predator initiates the game. The prey then has to play. Not really, because Jesus is the protector of the sheep. Like bullies, certain types of people start using metal things because Satan knows that God's spirit is in that lane or that lamb. And a lot of bullies used to get their butt kicked. Y'all know it's true. Because God in that lane. His angel with that lane. The angel, the lame's angel is with them. The angel is with the lamb. And I'm not talking about paintings or I'm not talking about no movie that you see. I'm talking about real life, which is what he said, tribulation. He said, behold, I will cast her into a bed, and them that commit adultery with her into great tribulation, except they repent of their deeds. So the lames is, The son of his father, he wanted some hoes. Yeah, he got with that. What he say? Jezebel was calling herself a prophetess to teach and to seduce my servant to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. So I could see the no good dirty dogs eating Jezebel. Ain't no coincidence that that Jezebel story way back there in the book, and this is in Revelation. What I just read. Ain't no coincidence, right? Because I can see that the no good dirty dogs. So I I, I was one. I mean, I can see it because yeah, yeah. You know. So yeah, because I'm living. So not that you should get a divorce. Why? Jesus, because he came to bring a sword. Why her hair fall out? God said he gonna make her hair fall out. So it's like submit to God, right? Repent, because how you see and your own understanding to me is that you telling yourself what anyone's saying, and you ain't never know how they felt about certain words they say. Even though you see them laughing, do it feel like that when you laugh? Like when they got pricked by a needle, do it feel like that to you? Like how some people don't eat broccoli and some love it. Do it taste like that to you? Like every knee will bow and every tongue will confess when you see it. But who are you talking to? Oh, let me reach out from it. Forgive me. Catch some Z's. Can of dummy CAW in chat. I see a W in the chat. I couldn't see that one left. Thanks. I love you, Big Daddy. I love you too. Peaceful flow. Grandma, it is written. Not the KJV. What what is your word, King of Kings? Wayne in waiting. Wayne. What is my word? My book is the one that's my story, which is the living word from my PC. It's written, literally, right? So even if I talk um Mongolian, right? Like or whatever, like even if I talk that, it still was gonna be written. I was still was gonna be able to see that my life is written. I am the man with the burn bronze feet. It's F in a fight. Like so when they tell you here in the desert, don't go, right? They tell you here in the high place, don't follow them. Which is, Wayne, who who told you what a son of God feel like when you see him? I guess me. So why would you go over there? Because I'm telling myself that he over there. But do it feel like that to him? I don't know. Exactly. Exactly. You know truth, Wayne. Yeah. Yeah. Because I could ask anyone, right? Like right now, um, where do you go? Where do you go when you leave Earth? Can no one tell? They're gonna say heaven. Some people gonna say heaven. The God, you know. No, can you tell me like what it feel like? Like I'm gonna keep going. If you have an answer, I'm gonna have another question. Like what that feel like? So can no one answer? He'll answer it though. How to say it to you? I don't know. He said, I say I don't have the words to say. I don't know what to say. I'm a child. Say, don't think that you a child. And whoever you go to, I sent you. And what you say is what I command you to say out of your mouth. Cause you don't have the words to say, Wayne. Yeah, I be telling them, but it still sound like Wayne talking. Yeah, pretty much. Um, you talk for me. Literally. I don't know what these people doing. They say in your bloodstream you got blood platelets and you got blood cells and other things they say. And I'm like, well, what that look like? And then they give you a cartoon diagram or something, like some kind of painting. And I'm like, well, how you know that's what it looked like? Mm, whatever, yeah. He already done talked to me, right? He already a long time ago. He said, well, ain't go ask your great grandma. Well, you know, he put a couple greats on there. Go ask one of them great grandmas. Um, who told her my name God? Oh yeah. Wait, how you gonna do that? Uh, the way I'm thinking, I'm on my own understanding. I think some centuries ago, great grandma was walking the earth, in the way I told myself how it looked. and I'm wondering how I'm finna get there, right? Like looking to back to the future, try to tell me how to make a time machine or something. No, I'm just kidding on that, but I'm just saying, and what you gonna do then, Wayne? Then he say, well, what you gonna do? And I just sit there. He say, you want to go to where you stand? Man, who talking to me, man? Whatever, y'all. It make more sense than any of y'all. I'm not being funny in that. And I'm not saying that you stupid or not, right? I'm saying whatever you're saying inside of me, him, he gonna tell me what you saying. Cause I don't know what you're saying. Like what it feel like. Like say you travel from where you live, car, boat, bus, train, whatever form of transportation, right? And I ask you, well, what it feel like to travel from here to there? And I'm talking about wind, talking about how many spiders you might have seen on the window. I'm talking about did some dust blow up at some point as you was riding or whatever. I'm talking about did you see birds while you was on the plane if you was. I'm talking about if you put your hand on the wet spot that somebody else left. I'm talking about like how it feels for real. Like, and to me, you could go through. I mean, how many hours it took you? Um, because I think it's gonna take you some hours. Well, not peaceful flow, but I think it's gonna take you some hours to get to me and tell me about it. So, um, I'm asking you how I feel. All of it. People gonna give you a little short questions. It felt good. It was all right. I enjoyed it. Oh, I stopped by here. And yeah. Well, what about before you stopped by there? What that feel like? And even when you tell me, I'm gonna still tell myself. That's what I mean, right? He make more sense than anybody out there. Whatever you tell me, I'm gonna still go in my mind on what it looked like to be on a Greyhound. If you did use a Greyhound, I ain't never been on no plane, but I'm gonna imagine um, from the paintings, I guess, right? Or even the dust. I'm gonna still go in my mind and my memory of what dust looked like, compare it to your what you said. So he tell me what you saying. He say makes sense with him, Wayne. You ain't gotta go over there with them because you see it. Yeah, 20 people not to come up with that you saying. And they did something called started it, and they talked about your mama 100 times or more or less, and they just was going in. You said one thing, you got 20 people at your door, 20 people or more or less. Talking about what's that you was saying, bro? It ain't funny. It ain't. Well, I wouldn't want to have 20 people at your door. You did it over 100 times or less or more, right? They do things that you won't do, Wayne. Yeah, I don't want to have nothing to do with that. Manhunt, lame, looking for lambs. They're like sheep to the slaughter, literally, and it's obvious. They hid it in something called color of skin, and something called poverty. And they hid it. It was hid that what's going on is with the king. the King James version say is what's going on in English. What's going on is truly what's going on. But what's going on with it's written. Cause where you gonna go, right? Like when somebody telling you something, even me, where you gonna go to know what I'm talking? Well, how you still don't know, right? But where you gonna go to feel like you know what I'm saying inside of you? Where you maybe watch some videos and you probably can put the blame on the video, but you had a memory of whatever they gave. You gonna go inside of you and get the information of what you feel I'm saying. Period. Where you gonna go? So when you're reading the King James version or the Korean, um, whatever one, where you gonna go when you're reading it? Anything you read. Yeah, that's the thing about it, Wayne. People that read fantasy books, fantasy movies, and they went to them places and they didn't like you when you looked at it, you were like all movies made on Earth, like Avatar on Earth, like all them things is on Earth. Going to Mars is on Earth. Um, all of them. So you still see it as one. It ain't no Earth on that TV, right? Like, but ain't no well the book made of Earth, but ain't no Earth inside of the book. Truth in your face. So when you see that truth and you can read ET and still see the truth that you know. And you might not call it you might not call it space shuttle, you call it a Chevy Impala. You might not call it a ET, you might call it a ET from up the block, outside of your senses, from outer space of your sight. Um yeah, you still and when you in truth, that's all you can hear. That's all you can hear is your life. Where you going? Like where you oh man. The people going over there to the other side, they telling you what's going on. They telling you um who they worship and what time it is and and they because what else would their life be with when you hear them talking? Right? Where else would they be getting it from? But what they living. One is a liar to themselves till you learn how to comprehend people. Then now people can lie to you because you think you comprehend lies in a language. Truth in your face. Where's the lie? Well, it is. If it's nighttime where you at, it is still dark in there, even though you got a light on. But see, that's what I'm saying. It's still truth in your face. It's still truly dark in there. It's nowhere away from truth. If you run and hide, you run and hiding in truth. You truly running and hiding, right? Like you running and hiding. You truly doing it. And ain't no way, ain't no way out of truth. You're using the truth to hide in a box. If you hide in I mean, talking about a little man-made box. You hide in a closet or a dumpster or a car. You duck down in it. Like how you can do that in the light? You using truth light to see a place to hide. Even if you did it in the spirit, like you was gonna hide from your boyfriend because you trying to spend the night with your girl because she having company, and and you gonna use light to see where you gonna hide it, like inside of you. Literally, it's the same thing. You remember how your mama face looked? That's how you remember. And light, that's true. You still gonna use the light to hide, even in the spirit. Period. So you truly hide. I would just come on home. I, I would just go on home or come on home. You know y'all way home, young man. See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's how I know. That's how I know. Damn Askers. That's how I know, Grandma. Damn Askers, right? You know y'all way home, young man. This my life. My life is damn Damascus. My life is Damascus. My life is damn. Why ain't you just ask? My life is. I say, we about to go. My life is it. My life is Galatians or Galatians. My life is lamentations. My life is lamentations. Right? That's how I know. Cause I can hear nothing but I hear nothing but everybody talking King James. Right? Like literally. I can't help it. I can't help it. I hear it, and I see with damn Askers, I see Damascus. So when he on the road to Damascus, I hear he on the road to damn Askers. Like, and I hear that. I hear all of that. I don't just put no place, no painting that I think it's Damascus on some screen, right? Like, no, it's Damascus where I'm standing. That's what I'm saying. When you in truth, you can't hear nothing but truth. You can't hear nothing but truth. Cause where you going? Right? Like, where are you going? You finna go to them paintings and them videos and them screens. You finna go over there. Ain't nothing there. If you ain't been to that land, they call it Egypt. Egypt don't exist to you. You ain't if you ain't never been to the one with the desert covered sand stone pyramids or whatever, blocks that man can't lift with their hands. And, 'cause people be like, yeah, I went to Egypt over there in Memphis, Tennessee, or Memphis, Georgia, or something. But never mind. But if you ain't if you ain't been to that, I'm gonna pick something else, right? Antarctica, right? And to me, I'm gonna use me, right? Because Antarctica look like paintings. I ain't been in this flesh or this lifetime, and Antarctica that I'm telling myself with Antarctica, it got to be somewhere where I'm standing. Antarctica got to be where I'm standing. It's the only thing anyone could be talking about. But I'm just saying, like in the world, I'm looking all across painted seas and painted lands and paint, lights, manipulated, look like people walking around, and moving pictures. That's what movie mean, moving pictures. Man, they telling you like, man, they telling you what's going on with it. Movies are moving pictures, pictures, nothing there. So I ain't never seen Egypt a day in my life. Well, the one that I told myself was Egypt. Egypt going on in my face, a place of bondage where women rap sisters wrap brothers around their finger, and vice versa. And I know people gonna want to see desert lands and stuff. People wearing gold crowns and they do got on all that stuff in the spirit. All that stuff going on. It's just that, the desert lives, right? What you mean when people gonna be like, no, well it is some life out there. I'm saying the desert lives, right? Or don't live. Like it's the table lives. I'm telling you, the golden crowns they got on their head live or don't, and the day you ate what was there, you made it live. But I'm just saying, it ain't that material stuff you're looking at. It's wrapped he wrapped around her finger or she wrapped around his, it's a gold crown on his head that you cannot see with your eyes. You see it though. So when Jesus carried a cross, he carried a living cross. He was given a crown of thorns that you can't see with your eyes. Well, Jesus said to his father, thank you for writing your word. I don't remember exactly. I might need to look it up. Man, I put it in my own words, right? Like how it feel. Because he made it where, well, I'm going to say what Jesus said, he came to give the blind sight and to take away and to give blindness to those who have sight. And he was grateful for his father's word that only certain people can hear it and certain people can't. Even if you told them, right? Even if you told them, they still can't hear you, Wayne. I know, I see that. They can't hear you, even if you told them, because they gonna still tell themselves what you're saying. And only love, only only through love can you really hear it. Period. They call it love when you was a child. When you was a child, that what you had, that's love. And you start learning about different colored people and stuff, or I did, we did, or whatever. We started learning about different colored people and a level of status or some account or not, or having a book of coupons or not, and school drama clothes and or not. Found out about all that stuff, eyes open, ate from the tree, and your eyes were closed, but Satan said they will be open, and you would know good in it. Man, it's literal. Man, it's literal. The ones that know good and evil don't know it's them. They don't know that they have knowledge of good and evil. Now, what you mean, man? Like they have knowledge of the food bank, if you can call it good, right? Like I don't know, man. People can't wait to denounce stuff, right? Like they got the St. Jude's Cancer Hospital for Children, and they got um food stamps. Okay, and then the other side of that tree on the news where the husband and wife did some kind of bank fraud, or some people went to a school and did some wrong stuff, or food stamps getting cut. Whatever, y'all. Just you having that knowledge, Wayne. Yeah, I don't mind seeing it. But I show people to show them that you have the knowledge of good and evil. Especially if you think you comprehend these people, comprehend life, or not like the world. comprehend the word you ate from the tree. You know good and evil. And most of us got gender cloths on, got loin cloths on, and we hiding amongst those element trees. And he calling us, walking through the garden in the coolness of the day. I can only relate it to where I stand. I start making up Fantasy Island and stuff, and I'll be over there in Fantasy Island in my head that I made up. It can only be where you standing. You know how to read in English. Most of you gonna say, yeah. You know how to spell your name, or you never mind. You know how to spell your name. Yeah. I was going to say understand how to, because you know where I'm going. Um, Probably not no more. You like entertainment? Would you like to have your own um car? Not everybody gonna say yeah on that, but just saying. Some people don't know they ate from the tree. It, I think that they're guessing it's a couple way back when, um, some time ago, when you start feeling shame, right? Like I can't say who feels shame. Can't say I don't know how it feels to you. But when you start feeling shame, you ate from the tree and covered up with, figuratively speaking, leaves. Figurine leaves, figs. So he deceived the whole world, including the elect. So to me, the elect, all of the above, the ones that I think I seen on the TV. I know I ain't seen nobody on the TV, but I think I have. And the elect of God, they got to see. Because it can only be where you stand it. Because where you gonna get it from? Where you stay in the woods and you ain't never learned city life, world life, but y'all always had a Bible. And to me, you gonna relate your life in the woods, cutting trees or whatever, to what you hear grandma read. What else do you have? How you gonna see what they talking about? Even if you reject it, like that's the whitewash version. That's the version that Shakespeare got involved with. Even if you had that knowledge to say that, you still using your true life to to comprehend it. Period. You're using your true life to not receive it. Period. Go where you going. They say you don't know where you came from. You don't know where you're going. So the one that's in you will tell you all about it. That makes sense. Make good sense. Don't do unto others what you don't want done to yourself. We all know that. And you know, people starting to get piercings and stuff. Lord knows. Probably why the evil one promote that kind of stuff. People don't mind piercing another because they like to get pierced. For example, mm-mm. See why to stay away from stuff. Like you see, start to see why to stay away from. Like what your feeling inside of you at first. What you had at first, you were like, nah, I don't know if you had it. And then something came and whispered in your ear, you got the piercing anyway. For example, you feel it. Like Canada was saying earlier, he knew something was wrong, but he participated anyway. You could feel it, and it's not in English. You always feel, okay, what is your word? Truth is in our face. I do like my finger pointing in your face, like my finger pointing at my head inside my face, and it's in my face. All of the above. It's in your face. I do mean my son who's still with me in my mind. I see my son in everything. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what I was saying. Where else? Where else will you go? That truth that's there before we learn any language, learn how to see pictures and distinct color, learn how to separate colors from each other, and separate orange from red and blue from green, and yellow from orange. And at one time, it was just one color. Blue was green, purple was blue, red is orange, orange is yellow, and it was always yellow is green. It was always just one color. Then your eyes close, or say they would be open. Your eyes closed, so you able to see red. You're able to determine blue from green because the sky was green. Because green was blue. The sky was green to me, but now I call it blue. Or I didn't call it green, but green and blue was the same thing to me. Orange and red, it's the same color, if I can call it that. Dog training. Feel like I've been dog trained. Now I know to only bring you purple flowers because that's the only color you like. For example, I feel like magic to me. I always been sitting there scratching my head like this kind of feel like magic. like I'm doing now, scratching my head, saying the same thing. I can't wait on them to wake up to all this magic going on. I gotta wake up. Can't wait on them. Who knows? That's why I can say it's my story. I see that makeup they put on, change their whole face and look like a whole nother something else. That's magic. That's the same thing as the woman disappearing on the stage in the box. It's the same thing when they putting that makeup on. It's the same thing to me. Glamour, grammar, grammar, grimoire, glimmer, glamour. Man, in that language, they telling me. I don't know about anyone else. It's the same thing. But I'm about to go ahead and go, y'all. I love y'all so much. And I have you in my tears, which is prayers. But y'all have a great light above. Great light, my love. You still there, baby?